people? I'm Mac Chats, and today I'm starting a brand new series. All new, I know, it's great. It's called The Good, the Bad, and the not the ugly. That's the saying. It's the good, the bad, and the awesome. And I'll be looking at books, movies, games, different things that are, and I'm going to show you the good, two of the good, two of the bad, and two of the awesome. So let's get right into this. So start off with the good. Let's address this. So today's good, bad, and awesome is about Star Wars: The Last Jedi. And I just want to enforce a spoiler alert before we start any of this. So if you say, Mac Chats, you spoiled it for me, I hate you. It's not my fault. I issued your spoiler right here. So bam, stop watching this video if you haven't seen Star Wars yet. Okay, first up on the list is the way the scenes switched. Every time it's put you into a different part of the story, it was so dramatic, like, oh my gosh, why would they stop it there? And you just wanted to see more of that one part. But then after a minute of the next part, like, you got into that, and then you're like, oh my gosh, this is great. And then it would just leave you with another cliffhanger. And there were so many different great parts. There were so many different great parts of the movie that, like, you'd be caught up in one. And then if you haven't seen, like, the part with Luke and Rey in a while, and, like, they just cut you, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Oh yeah, it's equally as awesome as the rest. And the same thing happened when I was watching Stranger Things, when I would, like, be worried about Dustin and Lucas and all the kids, and then they would cut to the teenagers, and I'd be like, I forgot about them. And it's just such a great, like, transition between different parts of the movie, and it was a phenomenal job done in Star Wars. Okay, next up on the good is the acting. The acting was just great in this movie. All the drama and the tension you could sense between all the different actors, especially when Luke is, like, under fire with all the missiles, and then you could see the hate that Kylo Ren has in his eyes. And then when he walks out, like, all the disbelief, and he's like, he's still alive? And they end up dying in the end. I told you need that spoiler alert. Okay, first up on the bad list was at Luke's on, like, the island where Luke is, when Rey is in the cave and she sees all, like, the reflections. It didn't make any sense. It was, like, super confusing. She's like, show me my parents, and all she did was see a reflection of herself. And then, like, when something would move, it would take like 5 minutes for it to reach all the way down the line of reflections, and it didn't make any sense whatsoever. And I may be ignorant on this topic, but to me personally, it didn't make any sense whatsoever. And another bad part about the movie was the way Kylo kept switching, like, his mindset. Like, he started off as the bad guy, but then once he killed Snoke, or, like, leading up to that, Rey was trying to convince him to join the join the Jedis. But then he's like, no, Rey, join me, we could start our own empire. Okay, so before I was really interrupted by my camera running out of storage space, I was saying that the way Kylo Ren kept switching sides was just so confusing. Because, like, he was on one side, then he was like, what's happening? And he's like, blah, blah, blah. Until the very end, you finally figured out, oh, he's still a bad guy. And when he tried to kill Luke. Okay, and now we're down to the awesome. One of my favorite parts of this movie was the dramatic scene with Snoke and Rey and Kylo. They're all in Snoke's, like room place. And he's sitting there, and he's like, Rey's trying to, like, force her way out of Snoke's control, and she's trying to save herself, and Kylo's like, oh my god, what do I do? Should I save Rey? Do I kill Snoke? And he's, like, so confused. And then Snoke's like, I can read your mind. And he's like, I can sense that you want to kill the person you truly hate the most in life. And you just want to end them and stab a lightsaber through their heart. And the thing is, he had a lightsaber pointed at Rey's heart, but there's also the lightsaber next to Snoke that was slightly turning towards Snoke, toward his heart. And he's like, and you're about to do it, and you're about to do it. And then he's about to kill Rey, but instead, the lightsaber zaps Snoke, and Snoke gets cut in half. It was a big plot twist, and it was great. And, like, the scene was just so tense. And then later on, there's, like, Rey's like, no, Kylo is like, he goes, you can join me, you can be the most powerful duo in the entire world. We're stronger than the Jedi, stronger than the Sith. And she's like, oh, think. And then she tries to grab the lightsaber from him, but their force powers combined. That freezes the lightsaber midair, and they're trying to pull it, and they destroy the lightsaber in half. And then the lady in the starship comes, and she cuts the ship in half, and everybody dies. It's that Rey manages to survive, and so does Finn, and so does pretty much the whole First Order. So pretty much no one actually died. But it was also cool when before Rey and Kylo had the big fight thing with the lightsaber, they were just slicing down all the red guys with their taser guns, and they're like, shoom, shoom, shoom. It was like just great. Okay, now something that I kind of talked about already, but didn't really. So another awesome part of the movie is when they're on the salt planet, and Luke comes out from the inside the base, and then Kylo goes, fire all our missiles on that man, and they shoot all these missiles, and they won't stop for like a minute or so, and they're like, all right, Kylo, stop the missiles, and so they all stop, and he's still standing there. He didn't even take a single hit, and everyone's so like, they're in shock, they're in awe, and they're so confused on what the heck was going on, and it was just so funny. And then so Kylo comes out to fight Luke, and Luke tries to warn him while the rebels try to escape, and he's trying to stall for them. And then Kylo goes, and he's about to stab Luke, and he stabs him, but he goes right through Luke. And Luke's like, I'm a hologram, boy. And then Kylo's like, no! And he gets so mad, because the rebels managed to escape for now, and they get to survive. They all left in the Millennium Falcon. And then it cuts to Luke on his island. He was, like, sitting on the rock area where he taught Rey. And where he's like, I see the Force, and he tickles her, and he slaps her with the leaf. That was a funny part. But so he's on the rock, and he was floating midair, and he comes to the ground, and he lays down, and he peacefully dies. And Rey senses it. I don't think Kyle sensed it, but then Leia sensed it. Rey and Leia sensed it. And that's my theory, that they're connected. Luke is Rey's uncle. Leia is Rey's mom. That's my theory. But I don't know what's going to happen in the next movie since Princess Leia, the actress, died. So rip that. Maybe they'll do CGI. Maybe they'll have another actress. Maybe they'll just say after the death of Princess Leia in the crawl or whatever. Who knows? And then one more awesome thing. I couldn't keep this off the list. I know it's an extra one, but still. When the kid, he's sitting there and he comes out to sweep with his broom. I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but he grabs the broom with the force. The broom's here. He doesn't reach out for the broom comes to him. And it was like a fraction of a second. And it was like, did anyone else see that? I was like freaking out in the theaters. I'm like, oh my god, he has the force. And then when he's, the last scene, they play the Jedi music and he's holding the broomstick like a lightsaber, and he had the ring that Rose had, and it was just so cool. And then the movie ended. Everyone was applauding in the theater. It was great. Okay, so overall, I rate this movie a 4 stars. I don't know, I'm like going like this. Who knows if I managed to do the animations. Mac Chats, the editor, is lazy. Mac Chats, the editor. Hopefully I can go 4 stars out of 5 stars here. But, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Smash it. Get your ears today. Join the Casey crew. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace. Alright.